Hey there, welcome to part one of my Let's Play Control series. If you're wondering why I'm recording this and putting this on YouTube, it's basically because my wife likes to watch me play games and isn't always available to play games. So that's why some random dude from England is putting his videos on YouTube. Might also be wondering why Control. So I'm a massive fan of Control, and I was about to watch a Let's Play through of it, and then I just decided that I'd rather play it myself. So I'm going to be recording this, putting this up on my channel. Thank you for watching. As I said, I'm a massive fan. This isn't going to be a blind playthrough or anything. I have played through the entire game and the DLC before. But yeah, I hope you enjoy watching, and let's get going.
Fair warning. This is gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am. I know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room, and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster.
This game makes a whole lot more
Something
sense when you've
nice.
played it once before.
A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why did you bring me here? Hello?
Excellent.
Anyone here?
Right, let's get on with this then. So, I'm probably not going to read all these collectibles. As I said, I have already played this before. I will kind of put them up for those that want to read it. You can kind of pause the video and read it, and I might read some of the more important ones. But yeah, as I said, you know.
This seal. I saw it a long time ago.
Stuff like this is useful, but it is not that interesting for me to sit and read every word to you. You don't need that.
All these years I've been looking for them, and they were hiding in plain sight.
I think there's does that not open collectibles? Out of that, my friend, is Artie the Janitor, star of Alan Wake 2.
Hello?
Who, of course, originally came from this game. Let's see what he has to say.
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, then you are no helvet. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, jumalauta.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to...
Actually, just going to make one
makes a-
quick change to my controls. Open collectibles is going to be that instead of...
It's come up.
Because I can always do that.
Weird.
So,
See the
we go around
Jedi with a
here,
friendly
and everything's a
face
bit
and
weird.
look.
Suddenly, we're back at the entrance, which is a bit strange. So, for those that don't know, like, Control is loosely or heavily
The poster.
based off
I was
of
11 years old
the
first
SCP
time I saw it
universe.
behind the poster. They
SCP.
told me I imagined it. I've been trying to put
Oh,
it down
let's see.
ever since. Will you help?
The SCP is a kind of crowdsourced like internet database of case files from a fictional federal bureau that is it is in charge of containing and protecting, secure, contain, and protect is what SCP stands for, containing kind of extraterrestrial threats, otherwise known as para-utilitarian threats. And this game heavily borrows from that as a theme, as well as some of the individual cases that you'll see in it. I think it's really, really good, like, version of it. There have been SCP games in the past. They're all amateur. None of them have quite got it right. Unlike Control, which was one of my favorite games when it came out. Which is a good, what was it? End of
Should I leave you there
2010s?
for a moment? You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this
So,
bureau took him.
the Federal Bureau of Control took Jesse's younger brother Dylan when he was a child. We don't have clearance. Yeah. So let's proceed deeper into the Bureau. I do kind of like to explore somewhat. I'm not like a 100%er who is desperate to find absolutely everything, but I do kind of try and go out of my way to try and find stuff. So Trench, who is the director, is not to be disturbed. I don't think we can't get through there. So let's go into his office.
Shit. Shit. You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon?
Yep.
Really?
Let's pick it up. I love how it looks like the gun is talking.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Look at this place.
So now we're undergoing the ritual for the service weapon. Can we pass the test and be accepted by the board? Pretty cool way of doing a tutorial. Not really much in this game. A little bit of jumping, a little bit of shooting, a little bit of melee. Until we get into it a bit.
Okay. Now I have a gun.
Now I get to show off my incredibly bad aim. And yes, I have just run off there because I assumed the floor was going to come up at some point. More than once during testing for recordings and stuff. It is interesting that the melee kind of almost has a range. You can melee multiple people at once, for fuck's sake. To be fair, if that's the entire ritual, it's not exactly a particularly difficult one.
Something's coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here.
You fell into that pretty
Things
quickly,
are quiet
Jesse.
down outside. Let's take a go.
Oh, good.
You can't let this happen. 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 You stopped it. You. Oh, thank you. That was horror.
So, one of the things, so in SCP, is that, like, often things are kind of not what they seem. Things can move about. Space and time don't necessarily work in the way you would expect them to. So the fact that the building has changed so much since we were last in it is pretty normal for this place, actually.
The hotline. Dead man. Okay.
Come on. Yeah, it's really cool. Like, coming back from watching Alan Wake 2 and seeing that, like, the way they overlay those characters onto the game, and then seeing that how they kind of took that to another level in Alan Wake 2 really kind of reinforces what good they were doing, because I think it really works. Anyone here? Anyone in the shelter? No. Marshall AWE investigations. My assets. Yeah, so I've got some materials which I'll use for basically crafting at some point. Let's go further in.
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy.
And it's kind of a question like who she's talking to, what she's talking about.
It burrows in like an infuriating
Yeah.
melody that makes you hum it over and
So I think the key thing about don't need to read that. The key thing about the hiss, so the hiss is basically infected people at this point, some kind of alien something, or extra reality something has affected the guards and has then turned them into enemies, which is pretty standard. The only other cool thing is these case files. So the service weapon is an object of power 1. This is very SCP, so this is how the SCP is set up. You have your containment procedures in how do you contain the object and then what it's useful for. So the service gun basically binds to people to allow para-utilitarians to do things. Seeking the role of director, the object will determine whether the person can be director. If rejected, the applicant is shot. And then where it was found, so...
Over.
Did I just collect that? No, I did not. So let's keep going. Now there's a gigantic fucking pyramid here. Down we go. Oh dear. That was not very good aim. The old gun to reload. And so because this gun is basically an extraterrestrial entity in that it kind of makes perfect in-universe sense about why you can have infinite ammo, and later on we'll find out exactly the kind of other things we can do with it.
An enemy. Corrupt. Spreading.
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean?
What does it mean?
Fix it.
It means press E. And you can see the building shifting. That's like pretty standard for this kind of building where it's kind of in this universe.
You did it. We did it.
So, what did we get there in our loadout? We got some weapon mods and a personal mod. So we got a personal mod, so we get plus 16% health. Yes, please. And a weapon mod, we get plus 5% accuracy. So yeah, let's have that.
Can you hear me?
I can hear
Are
you.
you with us? With the Bureau?
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope. Emily Pope. Dr.
Ah, Emily Pope.
My turn. Should I lie?
Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting.
I should have lied.
Just visiting you, the director.
You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
It's weird that the max occupancy is 6. They're pretty big. You could definitely fit more people in there.
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this
Hiss?
that works. Somehow the Hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah,
I found his body. And the gun.
Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
the service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet.
A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of.
Yes. I can try.
Emily is definitely best girl.
I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together.
So I guess the one thing that
Okay.
isn't clear at this
With
point
me?
is exactly when the
Take
hiss
the
invasion
hiss out.
happened. Because she says they were in lockdown before we entered. So presumably the hiss came in before we entered, but we don't really know how long. Anything good? Just some assets. Oh yeah, let's go cure this person. So it looks like we're trying to get the hiss out. And failing. Great job, Jesse. You killed someone.
It didn't work. The hiss has burrowed too deep.
So hiss agent, yeah. They just float there.
Ripping it out.
Let's go
I
talk
can't
to Miss
cleanse
Pope.
them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it.
Listen. The Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time.
That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench. The ghost, or whatever he is. He mentioned something called the Hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the hiss destroy it all.
Man, they do such good design with the sound in this game. Like how that telephone just kind of seamlessly came in.
I know this is all new to you, so don't hesitate to ask.
Here we go. So we're in the oldest house. We're fully director and we're on the way to where we need to go. So now have a mission. It goes to the communications department to find the hotline. Let's see what personal mod we get. Health recovery per element pickup plus 20%. No, thank you. And let's have a look at the map. So we're up there. So where do we need to go? This way. Try and get through the nostalgia department. So yeah, the FBC is like super secretive.
Our welcome message.
They have abilities to make people forget things as well, so I'm not surprised that she didn't, thought she was crazy because she was trying to get here. We still don't have clearance. That's not a good sign. More hiss guards. Easy peasy. Whoa. Don't want to go this way.
It's overpowering here.
So,
You don't want me anywhere near it.
yeah.
With you on that.
No going to the nostalgia department. Ow! That was really bad to stand next to. Don't worry, I'm not going near you. Oh god, yeah. Can I have some more health pickups, please? Let's go have a quick look in the bathrooms because there's something in there. Headshot boost weapon mod. Headshot damage plus 25%. Yeah, let's go for that. I can pretend that I'm good at gaming and shooting things. I guess we won't be able to get there. I think we'll have to go through the dead letters department, since that's what's open. There's a control point out there. That's what we want. Ow. Come on. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Get wrecked. Oh, shit. So yeah, just in case it's not obvious, I'm playing this game on PC. And we're going to do the main game and then the 2 DLCs, which are the Foundation and AWE, which was when they officially linked this game to Alan Wake and confirmed that this was in the same universe as the original Alan Wake game. Now, it was quite a long time before Alan Wake 2, so it was pretty cool. Obviously, like, integrated universes and things are like a lot more common now in lots of media. But yeah, I think this one really works. And I'm very much looking forward to the sequel, which should be coming out hopefully within the next few years. Ooh, let's watch a video.
Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes.
Whopping 80 kilobytes.
Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes. This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on. And they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
I love this kind of thing. All this, like, the visual stuff they do is brilliant with those videos, the adverts, which I'm sure we'll find at least one of, which I really enjoyed. The ads they did in Alan Wake 2, for example. Navigate through the communications department. I mean, I'll try, alright? Where do we want to go? Up or straight up? Don't think we can go up. No, but there is something up here, so. Health recovery. This is a problem with the game, though. You just get bogged down with loads and loads of, like, attachments and things like that. Okay, so I'm guessing the disc is going to be in here somewhere. And this is what we want. This is what makes the game special, is the kind of powers that you can get. Let's have a quick look in here first. Book club. Let's go fight a disc.
An object of power. Looks like the disc have latched onto it. We need to cleanse it.
I think we just need to get to it quickly. Ooh. So we need to get over here. Ooh. Let's go, baby. Don't think we can get up there. Let's go up here. Let's fucking go. Come Come back here later. Oh. That was probably a mistake. Give me the disc.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in the Bureau seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
There we go. And now we have telekinetic powers, which is fucking badass. As I said, it's these kind of powers that, yeah, really elevate the game from just being... because the shooting's fine. It's nothing, like, super special, but... yeah, when you can get... throwing stuff at people, shooting them, and then picking something up and throwing something more. It's an incredibly, wonderfully balanced game, and it makes you feel very powerful. Oh, fuck you. Get in the bin. Right, so basically it looks like the hiss is attacking the board.
There you are. You were gone.
God damn, that's so bright.
I got it. Just like you wanted, right? This will
Now... oh, fuck off. Oh, bollocks. That's what I wanted. Start blowing shit up. Yes. Oh, how did that not kill? Thank you. We've already encountered 3 objects of power, and the game is about half an hour old, which is pretty cool. We've bound 2 of them.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
And we know of another one, the Bakelite telephone, which we're after. Ammo refund. 7% ammo refund chance on hit. Meh. It's interesting. So that mod basically said it was exclusive to Shatter. So that is not a weapon that we have at the moment. Boo. Let's get these out of the way. Can do a bit of searching in here. Where is that actually coming from, though? Oh, it's coming from here. Let's go to the bathrooms again. Nothing. Nothing. Hey, a control point. We already have 30% of the control points unlocked. And let's get clearance level
This
1.
must open the door.
There we go. Well, those guys sure look frightening.
They can fly now.
They
Great.
can fly now. However, I think they dodge. Did you duck that? You bastard. Ow. It is possible to hit them with flying things, but it's tricky. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? There he is. Come here, it's Marcy. There we go. Yeah, so one of the things that the documents I was saying earlier is that, and the reason why this place seems so antiquated is because they can't have smart technology because para-utilitarian or extraterrestrial, extra-reality threats can like latch on to those things and make life very difficult. So that's why this is like a place from the 60s, 70s-ish, even though it's modern times. So floppy disks must be contained in a cell with no other loose material. The object is an 8-inch diskette containing Soviet-era nuclear launch codes. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to telekinetically lift material and throw it a short distance. The object is currently bound to blank, redacted for research purposes. Stolen from a Soviet military base, redacted by agents, redacted and redacted with the CIA. The diskette contained launch codes, blah, blah, blah. After being returned to America, the diskette began throwing computational hardware at members of the decoding team. And then it was taken in by the Bureau.
All right, take this down.
Let's see what Tomasi has to say.
Alberto. Tomasi, head of comms.
Serious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy
They has got him.
was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an alternate item will show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
So, what's really interesting is that actually happened. There's, I believe it's called Havana sickness, where basically a number of US agents suffered from those similar symptoms, and they thought it was sonic weaponry. I believe that it was never really fully understood exactly what happened in that incident. The hotline chamber. Yeah, because we saw this in our little dream sequence. So, Director Trench and Bill Everett are the only people using the hotline. And Carol Bishop, sorry. But that's interesting that someone other than Trench has been using it. The Trench used it at 2:45 p.m. every week. And then got a little bit more dramatic after that. So presumably that's when shit started to go down.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino.
Ah, the Ocean View Motel.
Dream Lodge
Hotline designated for direct use only. Disregard of this policy may result in fatal psychic trauma. So let's pull the light switch. Light switch, the law of 3 applies. So I think we have to pull it 3 times. And then we're in the Ocean View Motel. Lots of symbols on the door. We need to get the one with the black pyramid.
There's a lot of roadside motels across the country. On the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them. Like
If I remember
something
correctly, that
recognized from a
opens
dream.
that door. It sure does. Or it opens either of the 2 doors. So let's open this one. Look at what's in here. Whole lot of nothing. Let's then ding it again. These are kind of cool, but a bit shallow. Isn't a whole lot to them. He says I'm probably going to absolutely embarrass myself by failing to remember how to do these. Considering I've done all of them before. Here we go. Key to the black
Key has a
pyramid
black
on.
pyramid on it.
So I think there is an Ocean View Hotel in Alan Wake. And I think this is a reference to possibly The Shining. Not actually certain on that. Brilliant. So now we're back here. We can get to the hotline. Let's go get our 3rd object of power. Oh yes, of course. We can't kill these things. We're being chased by them. There's no way to stop them. Interesting, I've just realised that my recording software does not tell me how long I have been recording. I don't think. It just tells me the file size. Get up there.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
Oh dear. We
Have it. The hotline. I
not
can
going to
reach
be paying any attention to that.
He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info.
Not,
I
not,
need to get back to Emily.
not going to be mentioning the nosebleed at all. So now we've got a shitload. So the hotline object should be inaccessible for use except for the director. 1960s era red Bakelite telephone. The rotary dial has been replaced with a black knob of unknown purpose. The object allows the director to communicate with the board. If used by anyone other director, it will cause lethal psychic trauma. Currently bound to Director Trench. Not anymore, it's not. Spontaneously manifested in the director's office, placed on the desk. Director Northmore was the first known Bureau agent to use it.
People react strongly when I tell them about you.
Ooh, missed something.
Is it too soon to tell Em?
Butt supplement. Door marked with an inverted black pyramid, so this is something to do with the Ocean View Motel.
She might be able to help.
So, if we go back up here, we should be able to follow this round to into the director's chamber. As I said, I think if I was playing this for the first time, I'd probably read all those to you, but you don't want to sit here and watch me just read shit for ages. We need to go to Central Executive. Can't get in there. It's level 4 clearance. Now, where's Miss Pope? She's in the boardroom, isn't she? I can fast outfits. Shrug. And I can fast travel if I want. So I've now got 3 fast travel unlocked. Excellent.
Jesse, did you get the hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms, the hiss?
Sorry, standing on this chair. Getting the initial impressions. Initial encounters with the entity known as the Hiss have revealed various behavioral facts. The Hiss is able to invade or corrupt control points, altered items, and humans. Any person wearing one of the wearable HRA devices that Dr. Darling has been distributing over the past weeks was not affected, so that's the thing that they've got on their chests. Only known exception is new director Jesse Faden. So we are immune from the Hiss, and we are able to cleanse material and organisms.
I'm glad.
Emily?
Let's talk to Emily.
I got
Let's
the hotline.
talk.
I can make out what Trench is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. He's gone. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her Rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one.
That seems really poor
Maybe
design.
I can find a way.
There's no way out of the lockdown manually.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that
Damn right we are.
doesn't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is. We could find out something that would help us.
Tests? I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself.
Okay. If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector.
Oh.
The sooner we find one.
Just
the sooner
realized
we
it
reach
does
the
tell me
goal.
how long I've been recording. It was hidden behind a fan. Oh, Artie. go. Mission 2 done. So we don't need to read any of those.
All right, take this down.
Oh, yeah. We've already done that. So we now have the hotline, which we can like replay these, but again, not really any need to do that. So, directorial override. Search way into the maintenance sector because we need to get rid of the internal lockdown. Let's double check our personal mods. Energy plus 5%, better than health plus 16. No, it is not. Don't think, can I deconstruct? I can deconstruct these already. So we just end up deconstructing them and getting back the little glimmer. Look, that's probably going to be a good point to leave it. We just completed mission 2. Really love the game. It's great to be playing it again. And thank you for watching. And then in the next one, we'll come back and we'll go after the maintenance sector. So thanks very much, guys.